Wow, guys. Are we coming in with some serious market action? I was just doing a live webinar, which you can join over at FX Evolution content on the weekly, and I can tell you what, that is unbelievable movements in this crypto market. Scary stuff. I hope people are safe out there. Much love to everyone, and unfortunately, if some people got burned by this, take it as a learning experience. Guys, I'll be with you in a few minutes. First the intro, then we get into it. Thank you very much, Kay Kennedy, for getting stuff started. See you soon. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Oh, it's not the best day to be a crypto trader, but firstly I just want to share this article. More than half of Australians think Elon Musk invented Bitcoin. Either this is the worst survey or we're really dumb here in Australia. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Half of Australians think that Elon invented Bitcoin? My God. All right, let's get back over to what actually is important right now. And for many of you, it's going to be these markets. Boy, oh boy, have things been wild. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone out there. My God, we've got a lot to cover today. The stock markets are getting melted. At the same time, the commodities markets are getting melted. And we've got the crypto markets getting melted. There's nothing not getting melted. Kay Kennedy says $5. Good morning, Tom. Looks like reputation of crypto sort of damaged now. Big money scared, and rightfully so, after the reports of scams, etc. Yeah, the Chinese thing. Yeah, look, yes, it is hurting. It needs to turn. It needs to turn right now, or the cycle is over. And realistically, crypto is damaged heavily. You can blame whoever you want on this one. I think it's a mixture of a few different things. I think it's a mixture of, some people have been saying the Wyckoff effect or whatever you want to call it. Some people have been saying manipulation from Wall Street. I think derivatives plays a huge part here, and there's a huge amount of manipulation in that aspect. And then some people are also pointing to a few other things, such as, what's going on right now in, of course, the Elon stuff and the Chinese news. It's brutal stuff here today. You can see the recovery came through. That was a flash dump that we saw about half an hour ago. Let's go over to BTC to get started on the flash dump. So here's the flash dump. It goes as low as 36,431. Maybe it was lower. 36,333. I had some crazy alert come up. I must have set one for around 38.2, and it sounded like literally like things were flying out of the sky and attacking me in the room. That's how insane that sound was. It was with a different program. If we actually go over here, you'll see big volume. Look at the volume that just came through. Go down to like a 15-minute. To put this in perspective, this volume was huge. Huge amounts of buying, huge amounts of selling. Look at the dump that caused it. Dump volume followed by a monster recovery. So there was some nasty whale really got involved in here. And you can see that it's incredibly thin right now. The volume increases have been coming through heavily for Bitcoin. If the whales are going to push it up, they push it up here. Because if they cannot get this 38,000 under control, I really feel like crypto, the cycle's dead. And unfortunately, the dream of the halving effect, the dream of everything reoccurring every 4 years and blah, 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 it could be over, guys. a lot of people are going to be shattered today. But is your confidence gone in the coin market? Guys, what do you think right now? What do you think right now? Jared Diamond said, if Musk is responsible for the drop, you are saying a few words can crash Bitcoin. Not a positive thing to say about Bitcoin. Exactly, Jared. You are exactly correct. That's why I don't think it's that. I think it's a mixture of things, a mixture of dominance, a mixture of the whales saying, hey, let's use this as a catalyst to get it there. And then every single bit of negative news is piling onto that. Welcome to the 875 viewers here right now. Craig Harry Taylor says, why do gamblers cry? Manipulation when their positions go down, but not when it goes up. It's probably fair. It's probably fair. Let me just quickly make sure we've got all this activated. There we go. My God. All right. Let's see what people say. Agree. I'm going to sit back for sure. Just wish I had more money to buy right now, says Paul Nanny. Good morning. Fill the bags. My confidence was gone when we created a lower high on the daily and decline from it. So yeah, that's fair enough as well. Let's go over here. Well, firstly, let's just start with the weekly. And yes, we will go into the stock market later. I know what's happening there. The US 100, the fake market futures opening at 13,000. If you had me thinking about what's going to happen here early, I reckon we go early bull and then we go late bear in today's stock market. So let's talk about this important zone because a lot of you are here for this. This level, 38,000. We just got lower than that for a smidgen of a second and then bounced very heavily, very quickly. We go down to the daily here and you'll notice instantaneously that it's trying to recoup. And I wouldn't be surprised if this thing gets straight above the 40,000 very shortly. Here are the wicks. Here's the movement going through, but there's no strength here. I mean, for a trader, very importantly, if you want to invest, hey, you buy levels, you invest, and you deal with the consequences either way. You're doing, of course, other, discussion points. Investing off this level, I can totally see it. Now, if you want to trade it though, you'd be mad. You're a crazy person, okay? Get the knives out, guys. I want to see knives flooding the room because this one, it's stabbing you everywhere. It's stabbing, look, I got a cut here. That's what it's doing to you. But it's opened up because you are getting obliterated if you are trading this level. I mean, not trading this, trading this level without looking for confirmation. Where do I start to see the recovery here for BTC? Well, there's so much that it needs to do. Firstly, form a base. Let's get some structure going on. Just like any good stock, any good Forex currency, any good commodity, base formation is super important. Then we want to see movement like this. We want to see a trend line, this lower peak trend line coming through here, finding the level, okay? We want to see strength coming back out of that. And on top of that, we really probably need to get through some key important levels, 42.5. So first step, I want to get above this. I want to break through 42.5, which is the previous level of support. I want to see closure above this zone. Then I want to see 46 getting taken out. And what I would be doing is I would be looking at these positions for placing back into the market. 46 is going to be where a lot of people get more bullish on BTC. Now, are we saying it can even happen? I don't know. I don't know. At this point, we really don't know what's going to happen to the crypto market next. If you were to say, does the crypto market usually hold a 20% down day on these alts? Usually there is a fairly decent recovery. So yeah, that may happen. But again, look, we had a massive decline, fairly decent recovery, and then continuation of decline. Could this mean the cycle's over? It comes down to today. I have not seen Bitcoin ever lose this much in a cycle run. This is 44% peak to trough. And I'm telling you, I've never seen it. It's never happened. Has it? I don't know. Has it happened, guys? Not to my knowledge, it hasn't. Not to my knowledge. So Kay Kennedy, yes, it looks like crypto is certainly getting damaged right now. If it's going to find any point of pressure, it's going to find it around here. If we can continue to fail around the daily here, I'm going to look at the daily 8 hour. If we fail here, where do we go? 30,000. Eventually it will recover at somewhat, but this is super brutal. This is super brutal. I mean, look at this, 38,650 at the time where we're recording it through. Let's go through some of these coins. 2,400 for ETH. Back into structure. Monster sell-off. Unbelievable stuff. Even for me, and I've been around a long time. This is absolutely, this is history-making stuff. To put this in perspective, what was the peak on the market capitalization size? Let's have a look. So the peak on the market capitalization size, 2.5 trillion. Now we're sitting at 1.7, probably 1.6 at the time of that crash just a few minutes ago. I mean, that's almost $1 trillion wiped off in a matter of days. That's taking out a full third of the entire cap, over a third of the whole cap. It's almost unprecedented. I mean, it happened before, but not to this scale. So this may actually have ripple effects through a lot of different markets. Let's read some of the comments here coming through. Only Matic seems to be safe. Tom is scary, says Social Sumo. I'm not scary. I'm just telling you the way I look at it. Going to be to real gold, not digital gold, says Brett Chun. Well, yeah, funny you should say that. One of the private members, they sold out a Bitcoin about 62 grand, I believe, and then bought just all silver. I guess they're probably happy with that, even though silver is down today. What else we got here? I love it. Waiting to buy, says Verified News. Okay, interesting. Cryptos are no different than OTC stocks. They are ideas and experiments. Some will be the future. Most will fail long term, right? Yes. Most will fail long term. Most is crap. US 100, please. We'll do it in a minute. The weekly chart on Bitcoin is a long way from a golden cross on the MACD. Yeah, but it's about percentages, man. This percentage is huge. Didn't it crash in 2018? Yeah, of course. Of course. Bitcoin 65,000, so said Tom. John Hines said, yeah. I mean, 65,000. I'm not sure what we're talking about here. You mean because it didn't reach it? Quite. Is that what you're getting at? It got pretty close. Talcoin like what crash? What the hell's going on with this Talcoin? Must have gotten dumped. All right, fair enough. Definitely less dumpy than the others, but still quite a lot of dump. DOT actually held pretty well, surprisingly as well. DOT held quite well through this whole thing. The hackers, crypto are becoming worthless. Yeah, hackers certainly got rid of it. Kind of like the diamond hands. Yes, getting handed to me on SOS, says Ozark. Yeah, look, pretty much every single one. My BNB, though, sheesh, all good. I wanted to buy more, so it's all right. Look, there's not one crypto that's safe. And you know what? I couldn't say any of these are great. I mean, if, again, trading perspective, we have nothing here other than it's hitting structures. I mean, we had BTC hitting that 38,000. We've got, ADA was way weaker than DOT here. I mean, this thing's gone back down to the 140s there. You can see the previous peak resistances. I mean, Link, again, hitting through that 30. I don't know where to start with crypto today. I mean, every one of them is down. If we're talking about what's being broken, I think there are some key critical levels being broken. Let's just quickly go over to the halving tracker for a second. So we will go to our FX Evolution Twitters, and we'll click on the profile. There we go. Follow us at FX Evolution, guys. Come on over. I'll link it in the room right now. And then we'll get straight into, of course, the stock market. So here's the halving cycle. Here's where we are. Of course, the crash today would have probably done that kind of spike. I guess it's following the general system of this being that kind of spiky thing. 44% is not ideal under any circumstances, top to bottom. It's now or never. If it doesn't recover over the next 24 to maybe 48 hours, I truly feel this is dead, and get rid of the Bitcoin halving cycle, be done with it. And I don't believe in it. And I think a lot of people won't believe in it anymore. It has to happen very soon. The whales have to pick this up. Guys, do you even believe in the halving cycle anymore? A lot of people weren't, and it's kind of coming true. I mean, it was only a few thousand difference, but you can see how important this few thousand is to the market. So I'm looking for a repair. We're cautiously optimistic, but we are not excited about these zones. I'm sure many of you aren't, but I'm going to continue following it on the channel. Of course, we'll be covering crypto, but there's nothing for us today. It's just absolutely, if you want to buy dips, then you're buying dips, but you've got to be prepared that this could be the end of everything. Is it a trade day? Not in my opinion. You're basically catching a falling knife. That's the kind of way I look at it. Let's move over here to the US 100. A lot of you guys are here for this. Of course, another market down today. Possibly some hyper stocks will go down. I mean, likes of Coin. We haven't even looked at it yet in the pre-market. I'm sure that's down hard. I kind of want to look at it. Let me have a look. Let me bring this on with you. Oh, okay. I haven't clicked it. Here we go. We're going to click it together. Okay. All right. Oh, Salesforce up. Good. I like Salesforce. Good company. boomer. Well, it's a boomer tech company from the last 10 years. That's what we'll go with it. Slow and steady wins the race on Salesforce. CRM, love it a lot. Oh, 224. And Square under 200, 196. That's not too bad actually on Square, but 224. Oh, Kathy Wood. I mean, do you want to get beaten up more? Poor Kathy Wood, she just gets destroyed here, guys. 6% down. Tesla down 3, 560, putting support right under the pressure again. God, we've got a lot to cover today. SE, by the way, not bad report. Went down to like 205 yesterday, then way back up to 226. Impressive stuff on SE through the session. So US 100, 13,000. We knew that 13.4 was a key zone. And I think we've followed this incredibly well here on the channel. Guys, if you're new, follow us. Give us a follow because we probably got this one pretty correct. Basically, we were thinking about the return. I think it's been great TA here. We've had our support. We've had our resistance. We knew that 13.4 was the key zone, and we were looking for a significant time frame break above this area. We did not get it. Of course, that ended up being a double top, which we theorized. We talked about in today's video. Long leg doji here. Decision made. Quick short down to 13,000. Now, because it's hit 13,000 pre-market, I kind of feel like there might be some buyers here. But over the term, I'm feeling 12.7 now. The more that I think about this market, I think about where the S&P 500 is, the more I get convinced that the 12.7 is the line of support for the markets. And why is that? Because when you think about it, it makes sense. First move down, we talked about how the second move was kind of similar from that peak to trough. And then this third one's kind of pricing out the 12.7. It's everything that we spoke about. And where the hell is this chart? This chart here. We bought this up. We've been crapping on about how May sucks in this market. And it's in plain sight, potentially what could be happening here. It seems like we're getting it. Is this going to be a crash? No. But I want to line up a few things for you. And these are the things I want to line up. Number one, tax in America. We know taxation is coming. We also know, and I don't have the chart here today, that usually creates a negative 5% move in the S&P 500. I'll bring it in for tomorrow's video. Now, we've always known that. We've covered it on the channel. We've talked about it here in the live streams before. Number one, tax. Now, what happens after? So that's 6 months leading into the tax, negative 5%. 6 months after the tax, positive in the markets. Lines up again with our thoughts here. So that's our first thing. Number one, tax. Number two, monetary policy being similar to this chart and the fact that we're following this chart. So we'll call it monetary policy / random charts that we've found here. Because again, this is all guessing statistics. That's what we're trying to do here. Number three, seasonality. May, you've heard it before. Sell in May and go away. It looks like it's occurring here to a lesser degree, but of course the Nasdaq was our number one hit list, and that's what's happening. And then of course number four, we're getting the price action. So we're putting together some, and number five, you want to go with high valuations because there are some high valuations. So we have all of these things occurring. Earnings as well kind of just met the expectations, not overly met it. And I think all of this is leading to this US 100. So if I was to have it a guess, and this is a complete guess, I would think rally during the retail hours of the morning due to the fact that we're going to open on this market. We recover somewhat and we sell off. And to really show us that, I think we need to go to the US 500 because the US 500 shows us the key here. We've got the resistance, we've got the support, and you'll instantly notice that, of course, double tops happening here. Movement down. We're underneath the 4120. If we go over to the SPX, we'll notice the SPX, the real market, SPY, that closed at 4120 exactly, or very close to it. So we're going to open underneath. What are we going to probably do? Jam up, test that 4120 from the bottom up, guys, and then nasty bears will come in here. Or maybe they're nice bears. I'm not sure. You guys nice bears or nasty bears? So maybe nasty bears, they'll come in and they'll start pushing this market down. Now, why is 12.7 making a lot of sense to us on the Nasdaq, you might ask? Because our eventual goal here on the US 500, it wasn't huge. Our goal was just to go from the peak down to here, 6%. So our goal was just realistically to go back down to the 3860 zone or the 20 moving average on the weekly. And why is that? Mean reversion. The entire way through this run so far, we have been meeting this level. What's this level going to do to the Nasdaq? 12.7, you would think, or maybe a 12.2. So guys, what do you think of that analysis? Does that make some type of sense? Let's read the comments. I was out at 59,000 on the way up. I guess you're talking about BTC there. Tom beating down Musk and Woods. Big Dipper says, no, I got nothing against them, man. They're all good. But I feel bad for them. Because, well, actually, why would I feel bad for them? They're bloody rich. I don't feel bad for any of them. I want let's get some of their money. Thad Hubler. Once I close the refi, I'll be able to act. Okay, that's something about else. Coin just troll me. 410 is an illusion. 410 was insane. You hopefully do not have coin at 410. Come on, tell me you don't. Oh my God, look at the weekly, guys. It's the IPO hell all over again. That's IPO hell. What is it that we always know? And we did know on this channel this was going to happen. The hype was insane for this coin. I put Coinbase in my comments above and got another like 300 viewers. So the hype was insane. The price was insane. And then, of course, now the coin market is collapsing. And that's the problem. It will be a trade. If you believe in BTC and you're in the stock market, then yeah, okay, it's going to trade with Bitcoin's price. But are we killing sentiment? I mean, I'm going to find it hard. This sentiment's going to be super hard to switch. Super hard to switch. It may be dead. It may be dead. Sefer says, I do agree. I think we'll have a dead cat bounce on the open. Yeah. I don't have it at 410. Thank God, Joey. Thank God. No 410. No 410 coin. Maybe no coin at all. Let me have a quick look at this Kathy's Ark. Let me see what they were purchasing yesterday. Oh my God. What is this website? Looks like, there we go. That was looking at the 90s. So did they buy any more coin yesterday? Holdings, trades, May 18th. No. Looks like, wait, is this for the right fund? Oh, it's not for the right fund. They're combined. Here we go. Oh, they did. Wow, they've been adding to that so often. They bought more CRISPR too. Bought more Tesla. Wow, they're doubling down, guys. At least they've got conviction. I love that. I love people that are willing to be conviction. The conviction is good. Last year in oil, I'll tell you a bit of a story here. I'm not going to name names, but I'll tell you I was pissed. Last year in oil, remember when oil went negative? When that occurred, there was a fund out there. And you know what they did? It went negative. The next day, they sold every single portion they had into cash. And I thought, and they weren't margin called. And I thought, why would you do that? We just went negative, an unprecedented time with stupidity, and then they sold it. And I couldn't believe it because it's a big fund manager. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, why would they do that? They sold it all. They weren't margined. And the next day, what's it do? Go up 20%. And I was just like, wow. And then they had to get in 3 weeks later and they crushed the account. I was like, how is that even possible that someone doing that? CRISPR been doing well though? Yes, well, there we go. CRISPR. So therapeutics. We've been talking about the therapeutics and the fact that we believe healthcare is an area of good levels, okay? Good levels. You're getting discounts. Let me talk about discounts here. You're getting discounts at a low of 56%, but you're not going to deal with many problems in the future. And I'll tell you why I like healthcare and bio for the future. You're not going to deal with tax problems. What is Amazon going to have to deal with? What is Facebook going to have to deal with under the current administration and moving forward? I believe they're going to get taxed. I believe loopholes that are currently there for these big tech companies are going to come in. That's going to put pressure on their share due to less profits, due to taxation. I don't think these healthcare companies are going to feel that. So yes, I believe really strongly in biotechnology, therapeutics actually being one of the sleeper hits in the market. I'm going to call it a sleeper. This is the sleeper assassin in the markets right now. Why? Let me bring it up. You guys know what I'm going to bring up. The 1 year chart, XLV, healthcare, hated, terrible return, 24.7% on the 1 year. Look at everything else on the 3 year. Now it's going to be better here, 56%, but still behind tech, still behind XLY with almost unlimited potential. I told you guys about the slick back slick back insurance salesperson the other day. The person that comes in, they say, you insure your car, yeah? And then you're like, yeah. You insure your house, yeah? And you're like, yeah. Well, why aren't you insuring yourself? Your family? Isn't that the most important? Buy life insurance. That's what they say. So when that happens, when you think about it, what is a rich person going to spend? Are they going to bring all their Louis Vuitton bags in, their Rolex watches? Are they going to liquidate all their stocks to live another 3 years? Hell yeah, they will. And that's why XLV is the sleeper hit, is in the sector. Then you got to pick the poison. And I don't think today is the day for picking that because, of course, the markets are going wild. ARKG Moon in 24 months' time. I think that she's been pretty good at picking some of these. This is the Genomic Revolution one. Again, discounts here. Discounts across the whole sector. 37% here on the bottom top. You've also got some fairly strong price action actually coming into a weakening market. So again, the type of thing that I'm starting to see. Look at the volumes. The volumes are also probably improving. Let's have a look at the daily here. Okay, volumes have actually, I think, been improving. They've been improving a little bit here. Sneaky assassins. Very good. Volumes were hard. Volumes are getting bigger. Someone is positioning in, is the way I'm feeling about it. I like it. I like it a lot. Isn't the tax change more about taxing corporations? Yeah. But is the healthcare, these companies don't get affected by tax. Some of those tech companies, like today, I was looking at Facebook. I was looking at an invoice from them. You know where it comes from? Does it come from Australian Facebook? No. It comes from Ireland. They're all in these sneaky tax havens. And when these get crushed through, it's there. Rob Money says, ETH is a steal under 3K with July on the horizon. We can look at a lot of opportunity here if you're investing. Look, where'd ETH get to? Straight down into structure, 2,500, just bang, smashed. 38,000, of course, Bitcoin. Heaps of coins just found huge supports, but it's just whether you want to hold it. If you're willing to hodl it and you're willing to drive it through a couple of years, then that's fine. But just remember, this is not a trade level unless you're willing to literally gamble effectively. You need more structure, guys. We need lightning bolts. We need double bottoms. If you could have thought, I love buying this level too, and I love buying this level and every level, and you're just getting crushed the entire way down. We didn't get our signal on BTC yesterday. Yesterday it was crazy. We're talking yesterday about 46,000. Where is it? 46,000. We got a long leg doji, decision made 8 hour, but right before that, we still had the 46K. We got so close to crushing it. We didn't. And that's the difference between the bull market and where we're sitting right now. If you own a corporation, you have the opportunity to be taxed multiple times by the government. Yes. Nasdaq in a month, I think in a month, kind of like this. In a few months, if we were to go off something like this chart here, then we might be going kind of like a little bit sideways action. And then I think pretty strong into the back end of the year. I think a lot of indecision around tax, around current market valuations, and around whatever else concern is. I don't even know if I can mention the code or the word that I think is going to really affect the markets in the movement forward. So I'm just going to write it here. Because probably you say this on YouTube, it demonetizes you guys. That is actually the risk. You want to talk about risks? That's my risk for the next decade. That is really the only thing I'm concerned about in the markets for the next decade. Truly, it is. Because I think that monetary policy, once it starts, it can't stop. I think supports are there. I'm not worried about inflation. You'll see the US 10-year is up today again. I don't care until it gets past 195. I just see it as an opportunity. These are the things that's happening. Welcome, 1,858 viewers, guys. Give us a like if you enjoy the content. Also, I guess people are feeling pretty strapped today. They've got no super chats, guys. What's happening? The members and super chats not coming through. People are fearful on all our shits. That's okay. Let's just quickly go through some of the ones that I know you want to look at. We'll go to Tesla first. Pre-market 560. So of course support here 560. 560, 560. Very key support market has been found. Do we crush underneath that? You guys know my feelings here. Get above the 592 with a closure, we go long. get below the 560, we go super short, and I could see a 450, 500 in sight for Tesla. I'm worried for you guys, but I'm hoping that the markets can hold on. I do actually expect a little bit out of the gates, maybe a little bit of pressure on the 560, then a little bit of buying initially. And as I said, if I was to have it a guess, I'd think morning up, afternoon decline. And I'll explain why. Not this chart. Where's the chart? Not that chart, this chart here. What happened yesterday is very telling of nasty Wall Street. We have initial momentum in the morning, okay? Now, we saw something very interesting yesterday, and it kind of gave us a hint. I told you guys on the stream, I didn't know why it was happening, but I guess clarity happened near the end of the day. We see a monster sell-off into the close, followed by further selling after the close, and that shows me Wall Street, big positions getting liquidated throughout the end of the session, and we're going down. The other thing that made me think about it is if we think about in the morning, obviously we had Walmart, but we had the defensive sectors kind of holding very stable through the day. XLV, healthcare, XLU and XLP, and real estate, all kind of doing well near the back of this session. And then what happens? Every other one of the market sessions, everything else goes down. So it's again the type of thing that we're looking at. We've got Bradley back coming in at $2 US. AMD under 74 support pre-market. Yeah. Yes. AMD at the zone. Let's load up AMD. Bring it on over. My God. There it is. All right, what can I say? I guess it's a very critical level and a very critical day. I mean, we've been underneath 74 before, but we've never really closed a daily underneath it. We had buying pressure this day. We sold just underneath and quickly bounced. You guys know how critical this area is for AMD. I'm going to zoom out and show you why. There it is. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Let's put it in even more perspective. Oh, please don't let it go under for you guys. This could be brutal. Basically, we have here a monster move that could occur. I don't think it goes all the way to the bottom, but I do think that 60 is kind of like a target here for AMD if it gets underneath. Very critical support. Nothing underneath it holding it. You literally cannot find a hold underneath this zone, and that's this lightning bolt. I mean, not this lightning bolt, this line chart showing us this. Head and shoulders. What else do we have to say? It's really rough stuff here on AMD. Finding the support for now. You want to rally through the session, 73 in the pre-market. Then we've got Darth Sidious, US $2, sponsoring at Tyrone Abella's Louis Vuitton bag fund. Here's a Louis Vuitton. You didn't tell me about this, Ty. Or do you want a Louis Vuitton? Why do you want a Louis Vuitton bag, man? At least you get the brown or the gray? No Louis Vuitton. It's investment times. There's opportunity on the horizon. Louis Vuitton is not opportunity. That's what we say here, Darth. Tyrone Abella, $5. Any chance we can have a look at the potential morning star on the US dollar CAD? All right, man. We'll have a look at the US dollar CAD. Actually, the currency markets have been the only thing that's half decent at the moment. Currency markets have been quite stable and quite good. We were looking at some of that's the thing that's kind of cool about being a currency trader. You're very rarely in a situation where you really feel it. Like, you don't feel the declines. Like, throughout, I noticed, like, in my currency trading last year, I didn't even feel the pandemic. Like, there was movements obviously going on in the markets, but because you're trading and you're in and out and you're doing that kind of stuff, it's a different way of trading that you really just don't see through the other things. So Tyrone's talking about this. He's feeling better about the bullish behavior of the US dollar CAD, obviously. He's talking about the fact that we've got this decline here. Then, of course, we've got this very symptomatic of bullish behavior. And then what we're looking for is a nice bullish closure a little bit higher. Basically, we want to see it get through this zone. And if we do see a closure sequence up here, actually that would mean bottoms in for now, and we move to that 122. So there is good structure here, and it just needs close confirmation. But yes, currency markets have been very easy in comparison to the brutal belt downs that we're seeing in the other markets. We've also got some other donations coming in here. Let's just quickly go through it. Michael Davis, $2, Australian, no super chats. Have a great northern. hit the tune, damn it, he says. All right, Michael, we'll do it for you. Okay, guys, I think we need the tune because damn, oh damn, do we need BTC to get on up. And it is not doing the action for you right now. So let's switch on over. Let's play a little bit of hype music because we need it. Then we'll go back to the super chats. We'll talk about the markets. We are only, well, little less than 1 hour off the open. We've got 1,945 viewers here. I'd appreciate a like and a sub if you guys can do it. And we'll keep talking about it. But for now, biotech, healthcare is still an interesting area for us, I think, on the channel. And we'll keep going through that in other days. Turn it down a little bit so you don't get your ears blown off. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's get a little bit of hype here. Hopefully, the market is a bit nicer for you today. I don't seem to have any water for some reason. Let me check here what's going on in the markets. My goodness. BTC just under 38. We've got, what else we got? We've got XRP, BNB 381. My God. Eric Kempton, US 499. I sold for taxes. 2020 was a 10x year. Interesting. We'll read that in a second. Someone panic sold today. Maybe he got... Yeah, VIX is up huge. That was actually probably a hidden trade. All right, guys. Whew, let's get back into those charts. VIXy VIX, that's a good one to bring up, actually. So the VIX is up even more than it was. So, yeah, so 23.7. So we theorized that all these things would occur in the video. We basically theorized that we would have a break of this resistance. At the same time this happened, we'd be getting a US 500 close, or at least movement underneath 4120. They've synchronized perfectly with each other. We're also, of course, seeing a stronger DXY. We're putting pressure on the 90 right now. So everything's at this critical juncture where we've got $90 index, obviously something that usually has been meant risk off, because strong dollar usually means people are taking money out of the markets. We've got the VIXy VIX. I'm surprised the VIX isn't higher. I'm actually surprised it's not spiking back up here. And I could see that happening over the next couple of days. I mean, we are getting through critical zones here on the SP 500, and we're only up 10%. You know, to put in perspective, we spiked another 25% above this, with the market, of course, being at similar levels only a few days ago. So if the market continues its way down and you believe maybe in like a 12.7, or you believe in something, yes, the VIX should spike to a higher point. What have we got here? Matthew Harris, $5 Australian. Love the overview. Thank you so much, Matthew Harris, for supporting the channel. Appreciate it a lot. Eric Kempton, super chat of $4.99. I sold for taxes. 2020 was a 10x year. Congratulations, Eric. That's awesome. May never happen again in my lifetime. True. Probably true. It only happens a few times. 10x year is an incredible year too. 85% cash and reassessing. Good luck to all. That's good, man. I like it, Eric. And you've done what probably a few rich people have done. Michael, super chatted 500 yen. Evening, Tom, could you take a look at Google? I think that's a good one to look at. Let's have a look at Google. Thank you, Michael. Thank you to everyone else super chatting through there right now. Okay, so the markets, by the way, BTC under 38. Our general theory is this is right around the zone that buyers should find pressure here. It's catching a falling knife, so we have no turnaround price action at this stage. There's nothing we can do in this market that tells us that it's going long, other than Ethereum and BTC have hit mega support on the left-hand side. Load your daily charts up, and weekly charts up, you're going to see what we're talking about. Google in the pre-market down 1.43, down to 22.30. You know, my problem with Google is that it's a very difficult chart to look at here, Michael. Like we check this out and we go, okay, what do we think about this? I think it's a mess. It's a dirty looking chart because we had that great earnings report, breakout, beautiful TA. Then now it's just messy. Like, what does 22.30 even mean? What does this mean? 22.30, it's not support, it's not anything. I'm kind of interested. I'm interested in Google at 2100. I'm just not interested at this level. I feel like it's going to come down with the Nasdaq. We can look also at the FANG. And if we check out the FANG index, you'll notice it's kind of trading like the Nasdaq. We have supports, rejections, and if we get back down to the 4,400, which is going to be a very similar price to 12.7, of course, on the Nasdaq, I could see Google being back at 2,100 very easily. So for me, the way I look at Google is, it's if you're in it, yeah, okay. If you're investing, that's fine. But if you're thinking about where could it go to next, I'm really feeling that 2,100 kind of zone. Previous resistances being tested for the first time. It makes some sense to me. And we had that exceptional breakout coming into earnings as well. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling the 2,100 for the pullback here. Bradley back, $2. Oil is holding trend, trapping near resistance. Yeah, so US oil still looking really strong, actually. Still holding in trend. Daily's holding. Weekly is fine as well. All of this is just about getting past the 66.50. Once you get past 66.50 for oil, we know that we should return back to 75. At that point, goodbye oil. See ya. We'll see you probably never again because I don't care about it again. But yes, oil is currently holding trend as well as it can do in a market that is incredibly aggressive. And I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I just guess it's sitting right in the zones that you want. Check out maybe not a daily chart, and maybe an 8-hour chart. It's broken both ways. So I might say low side here today, 63. And then of course, upside 66.50 with a closure hopefully happening above that. Bloodbath McGrath says, YouTube is silencing. Oh, I'm not going to go into that, Bloodbath McGrath. So Doge a lot. You vote the problem, deal with it. Oh, okay. We're not going into that. We don't talk about politics on this channel, man. No politics. No one ever agrees. Eka Aurora, Singapore, $2. Can we create a support list on the trusty notepad? Yeah, that's right. Do we have the trusty notepad? We do. The trusty notepad. Let's do the support that we did the other day to find out whether we're going to open and then bounce. That's a great idea. So FANG is probably the easiest way to do it. Usually you'd look at the market and you'd say, okay, where are we going to open? Let me see if I've got like a FANG. I'm not sure if I actually have something else for it. All right, we'll just do it the old school way. So we'll go to Amazon first. So Amazon is going to open 3223. 3223 is not really support or resistance. It's kind of like, again, the middle land. So I guess that's not looking bullish from the perspective of early morning open. Last time we did this notepad, which is where we bring the notepad onto the screen and we look over some of the major techs, we did supports for each one. So we basically did Apple, Amazon, all of the rest, and kind of drew them up. This time round, we're sitting in the middle land. So Amazon, I'd say, is neutral. Let's have a look at Apple. So Apple here opening 1.36 to the 123. I'd say that is right on support. So Apple equals support. Google is completely neutral. And then I'd say Amazon neutral to bearish, though I'm super bullish on it, except for tax. That's the only problem I have with it. Facebook currently opening at 305. See, again, not a zone that you'd want to be doing anything with. 305 is the middle of nowhere. 300 is the support. So I'd say bearish. Probably go bearish as well on Google, actually. So mostly bearish is the open here. Let's have a look at Netflix. Not that I think market cares about this one. God, that looks terrible. Look at that. Doesn't that look terrible, guys? Netflix looks really bad. Back down to 468, you would think. So we'll go with Netflix as bearish. So realistically, right now, we've painted a picture that's actually more bearish than anything else, even with the pre-markets. This is too small. Let me get that font bigger for you. We're going to do big font. We'll go 72. That's still very small. Oh, well. So Apple support, Google bearish, Amazon neutral bearish, Facebook bearish, and Netflix bearish. So most of these are kind of opening up bad. Microsoft, we'll have a quick look at that one as well. So let's have a look at Microsoft. Microsoft in the pre-market, we're looking at 239. God, BTC just went 3.7 again. Jesus. Some people are losing big money today. What's DOT? Oh my goodness. Did DOT just get crushed at 30 bucks? Wow. Guys, that is crazy. That is crazy. Unbelievable stuff there. Let me just have a quick look here at some of the alerts I'm hitting. Wow. So Microsoft 239. Yeah, pretty close to support. So I guess it's probably like Microsoft support, Amazon neutral, Apple support, Google bearish, Amazon bearish, and Facebook bearish as well, and Netflix bearish. So yeah, I just want to quickly have a look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that sell-off, guys. Wow. That was $40 only a few hours ago with strong recovery in it too. Wow. It's getting absolutely mutilated. What's happened on DOT? Did something happen to their network or something like that? Unbelievable stuff. Crypto is taking down stocks. Microsoft weekly 20 EMA. Yeah, I think Microsoft's kind of on the right level. I'm getting rid of my Netflix subscription, says Bloodbath McGrath. That is unbelievable, that move there. I just want to show you this on a minute chart. Holy moly. Jesus, that is so bad. That is so bad. Oh my God. This is insane. Insane moves, guys. I can't believe that DOT's down at 25.40. Like I'm quiet because I'm just like, whoa. Like that is probably the biggest sell-off I've ever seen in crypto. Like it's not even like, it's unbelievable sell-offs happening here. Just wow. Craziness. Like we're watching a disaster unfolding. Yeah. I look, it really is. It really is. That is super unbelievable. 24.10. Coming off a $40 price just a few hours ago. I mean, I'm speechless because I've never seen a sell-off like that. Is this real? I mean, that's the Binance price, guys. DOT getting crushed down to 25 right now. That's the Binance price that I'm seeing. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm seeing. I don't know what I'm seeing, actually. I'm just having a quick look here at the other screens. I mean, that seems to be correct. I mean, one time this happened, and it actually was totally fake. You remember that? But I don't think it's fake. I think this is actually what's happening here. Yeah, it is literally. I mean, I've been around a long time, and I've never seen the crypto market get crashed like this. The amount of money being destroyed, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at the futures heat map. Oh my God. Look, I mean, what the fuck? 45% down vet. Are you kidding me? This is like a run that I've never, ever, ever seen before. Ever. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. It just doesn't stop. It just does not stop. It just keeps on going down. It's crazy. We've got 2,053 people witnessing this. I mean, I'm going to almost load up a 4-screener. I saw that and I was like, oh my God. Roaring 20s, baby, someone says. Yeah. I mean, this is going to take the stock market a bit with it. I mean, obviously, we're mostly a stock market channel, but guys, this is just, it's just unbelievable. So crazy. 2270, link, XRP, 99 cents, guys. $1 being found here. Dot, 24. Dot 24. Let me just repeat that. Link 24. Link 24. I mean, let me refresh. This has got to be crazy, or what is this? Let me refresh this. That's so far behind right now. That is so far behind right now. Doge coin, 34 cents. Jesus. Yeah. I'm speechless, guys. That is insane moves. We got a 50% decline across almost every coin right now. Pop, stop, run. Yeah. I have to, Ty. I have to. Michael Davis, $2. Check out ADA 2. It was out a couple of days ago. Yeah, look, we thought ADA would be weak, but I never thought DOT would get that low. 22.29. BTC 35,000. Unbelievable stuff. Craziness. What a day to be a bear. Exactly. I mean, it is in the markets like this. I mean, I think a few of these will recover, but this is clearly the end of crypto at this point. I don't see it recovering from this, guys. Like, I've never seen a market kind of go like this one. Tyrone says, can someone time out Tom for 300 seconds for swearing? Yeah, I'll probably demonetize the channel for today, but that's okay. I just can't quite believe some of these moves. I mean, that is just unbelievable moves. 108.88. I mean, do you know how much liquidation is going on right now? I mean, I feel bad for some of you guys out there. The liquidation must be severe on some of these things. The liquidation must be severe. Got messages coming in here. Yeah, I see. 33,000 BTC. Wow. Yeah. You know, I've never seen anything like this. $18 dot. I mean, $1 trillion just got wiped out. $1 trillion just got wiped out. Let me refresh this. This is so far behind. This cannot be 1.6 still. Doge back to teens. Yeah. It's raining knives. Yeah. It's unbelievable stuff. 33,000 BTC right now. This is like this is like the 87 crash in crypto. This is what it's like. It's like the not that I was there, I wasn't there, but that's what it's like. It's like every system just broke and everything. You know what this is going to do? This is going to bust companies. I mean that. Like, I believe that we are going to see bust ups of exchanges. I think exchanges are going to go bust. Exchanges are going to go bust off this, guys. I can't see any way. Gold buy 1850 rotation to safe assets, says Eric Kempton, $4.99. Yeah, I think 1850 is a strong level for gold, yes. So 1850, very strong. You can see gold's recovered a little bit there. This is unbelievable. It is going to kill exchanges. It's going to really, like if it holds down in these levels, I don't think anyone can risk manage this. I don't think anyone can risk manage this. I do believe it's going to spike back up here. This is fake. But that being said, it's unbelievable. We saw this once before where we had like Ethereum go $800. That was fake price. I think this movement is so extreme that it's going to bust up exchanges. And they're not going to be able to keep up with their margins. Thank you very much to the 2,278 viewers here, guys. If you're enjoying, look, I'm speechless because I'm watching this with everyone else. I've been around the markets for a long time, and I've never seen a crash like this live, even during the 17 run, which I was there for, even during every single market crash that I've seen. I've got text messages coming out. Yeah, look, everything went deep there. I do expect recovery here because that's obscene, but I think it's over. I think it's over. You cannot come back from this. This kind of crash. How can you recover from something like this? This is 40% across all coins. All big investors are going to be scared from it. Look, it's going to still be around. Of course, it's not going anywhere, but this is the type of stuff that wipes out exchanges. And I'm very concerned after seeing, especially DOT just get crushed there. That DOT move was unbelievably fast. Liam, wait, what do we got here? K Kennedy, Super Chat $2. DOT was 50, insane. Yes, it was at 50. It was at 41 literally an hour ago. Moderately moderate, Super Chat $5. I sat out of this cycle, but I won't for the next one. ETH buying zone is 1K or under for me, but I'm loading the boat with anything under that. Okay, fair enough. Moderately moderate. Liam Mentha, Super Chat $5. The bubble just popped. Something certainly just happened then, Eric. Sorry, Liam. Thank you very much for the $5. Eric Kempton, Super Chat $4.99. Gold buying. Yep, that's right. We talked about that one. And James B, Super Chat $2. Where does the money go just off M2 low inflation? Where is this money going? It's just going all into Tether. Or Tether or Binance Coin, all those things. People are just literally liquidating. Now, I don't think it's a standard liquidation here. I think what's happened is you're basically seeing margin getting taken out and margins basically going backwards. So effectively, so many people just got liquidated then because they had their levels under certain key zones. And I think it's probably Bitcoin and Ethereum that got them. So something like Bitcoin, we go over to Bitcoin price and you think about how many people probably had like a 37,000, 36,000 stop. A lot of people. Now, by having that stop and getting that taken out, you're going to take out 10x margin positions and all sorts of things. That's going to blow up effectively people's trades. They're going to go backwards, and then that backwards movement is going to just continuously liquidate all the positions underneath. We know how margin works. It just keeps stacking. And because this is a very immature market, it doesn't have stops. It's not protected by a general exchange. And then, of course, this is what happens, just a complete and utter collapse of the system. My biggest problem here is the systemic risks. So what you've just seen is effectively a huge amount of leverage come out of the system. How many brokers were prepared for that? How many of these online exchanges were prepared for that? Guys, which one do you think is most risky right now? Let me know. Shane says, I will never buy crypto again. I think you've got to realize the type of asset that it is. I think you've got to realize the type of asset that it is. That DOT move that I was watching then, though, I think that's probably one of the most insane moves because I remember that was sitting so much stronger than all the other coins, and then something happened to it. We got 40 all the way down to $18, guys. And now we're back at 24. I mean, this is pure gambling to the roulette tables. BTC got crushed into a 32K then. Link Ethereum, all got crushed. So much liquidation. These were all 50% a few minutes ago. Nuts. Doggy zipline. The moon is falling. The moon is falling. Margin calls for 2 days. Yep. People getting the phone calls tomorrow. Hello? Do you have any money? No. Oh, we have a shortfall. We have a shortfall. Call the guys. We don't have any of the money. You know that money that's been done? We don't have it. Jesus. You're correct, Tom. Yes, too much leverage. Yeah, first time 10x leverage, people, unfortunately. Lego Spartan, Singapore, $5. Hey, Tom, can you take a look at Dr. Copper early signal? We'll do that in just a second. I'm still flabbergasted by that move across those coins then. Whew. Guys, I think that woke me up. My eyes are big now. That was phenomenally crazy. So for copper, we just loaded up here. Usually type in copper, by the way, you get it. Yeah, copper is certainly weakening. This is usually a bit of a sign that the markets are kind of in trouble. Stock markets, that is. Yeah, I mean, it is doing exactly what you'd expect. You've got a trough here. You've got a lower peaks. And, of course, you've got a breakout through that trough right now. So this is going to have a big effect on the stock market. I think there's going to be a lot of people that have to liquidate stocks to pay for over-margin products in the in the crypto world. Pretty scary stuff. I really don't feel like many crypto brokers had the correct risk management in place. So I think there's actually a huge move across some of these where people are going to get margined and they're going to get them called in. Smart money at work. Need more than a coffee now, Tom. Need a stiff drink. Hey, yeah, look, that's definitely taken some of my coins down. My coins got bashed up then too. Don't worry about that. Ugh. I didn't want to look at it. Guys, why are we looking at this? It's painful. 40%. What the hell? I want to refresh this chart quickly. That's still not up to date, is it? 653 billion. 257 down from 500. Wow. Tether trading pretty strong. Binance Coin trading 52% down. ICP. Oh, God. Litecoin 178. What's real Litecoin? Oh, my God. 126 on the low. 126 on the low. That was a few days ago, 316. Wow. Oh my goodness, 61%. Yeah, I think it's bad. Red tag sale, red tag hell. I mean, if that's possible, then anything's possible. Anything's possible. That's like an 87 crash literally going through as we speak. The fastest I've ever seen the coin market move simultaneously, which can only mean huge amounts of leverage each way. Yeah, buying suggestions here, you'd be basically just trying to, I mean, what would you be doing? You're basically just looking at a market that's heavily collapsed, that you've got to have a lot of faith in, and you can't trade. There's no trades here. This is just if you like levels. Eka Aurora says, wonder if that halving chart is out the window. Certainly. I think that literally you have to go back to that halving chart's gone. It's gone. Basically, 38 was the last level for me. So as soon as it got through 40 today, I was worried. And 38, it's over. Unfortunately, it's over at 38. Pretty sure they didn't load enough rocket fuel. Yeah, that's right. By the VIX, someone says. Well, the VIX is certainly going to spike, you would think. Although they're not correctly related, this type of effect will have systemic. I mean, you're wiping $1 trillion off plus in the market. There are a lot of retail participants. If they're getting margined or losing all their money or going to pull, what are they going to do? They're going to say, oh, crap, I need to get back into the coins. I need to get back into that. Look, we're going for another sell-off now. Another sell-off on some of these coins. The bubble has popped? Yes, certainly. What do the crypto crash mean for the markets proper? Look, it didn't have any effect on it last time round, But I think the big issue here is what kind of systemic risk do we have from the fact that people are margined in crypto and they're either going to want to pull their stocks. We've got about 18 to 20% retail participation here in the markets. And those 18 to 20% retail participations, they're going to need to put the money, they're going to take it out of the stock market, potentially put it in the crypto market, or they're going to need to repay negative bills. Look at the 30-year insolvency coming short squeeze. Oh, this is certainly very brutal stuff. Not enough rocket and moon emojis? Yeah. It's unbelievable moves. I mean, DOT down to 2087. We just saw it go in a few minutes. Again, I just can't believe it. 35 down to 18. For a solid coin, too. Ethereum, 4K down to 2K. Link, $50 down to $25. Not unprecedented. Well, it's unprecedented now. That move has never happened before. So I think the effect is really just that we're going to have sell-offs going through stocks to pay for margin in the crypto world. So Lego, yeah, that copper did look pretty nasty. Echo Aurora, Singapore, $2. Wonder if that halving chart, yep, it is out the window. John S, $2. Look at the 30-year insolvency coming. Do you have the 30-year code for TradingView? I'm just looking at this. I'm just like, wow. What's Doge at? 28 cents. Still holding amazingly strong, you know. XRP, 99 cents. And I think this is just a well-coordinated attack on literally margin levels. They knew people were isolated. They knew people were margined. They want to hit it. And you know what this hits? I still think some of these exchanges are going down. Guys, do you have any idea which exchanges you think are going to happen? Which ones are going to go, like, I think we should talk about this because this is a serious concern now. Treasury yields. This is 20-year, isn't it? When we asked for the 30-year, I don't have the 30-year code. Coinbase is down. Coinbase should be down like 10+% now. 8.79. Ay. ADA recovered now 112. I can't believe what we're seeing. Tesla selling off hard. Yeah, 4.82%. Another one that's going to get hit up. It's going to be Square. It's going to be down 6. Yeah. Things are going to be down hard today. You know, it's what's going to happen. So anything that's related to the coin market is just going to get hit up. Look, I still think there could be. Oh my God, BTC is going for more. BTC is going for more. 2150. Dot. BTC 31.6. Let's put it in perspective here. All of that sweet increase. Look, all of that sweet increase wiped off. It's done. The halving cycle concept is done. I mean, you're now looking at, to return back to the peak, you're looking now 51% down, which means that you're looking at 100% return. What do I believe? I purely believe that this is basically an attack on margin. People were over margined. Wall Street's come in with derivatives. They've got some way of pricing off this, or big whales have, and they're attacking the system to get rid of it because they don't like it. And I think this is the perfect time for them to hit it. Basically, they don't want this to happen. I think that's even a conspiracy. They don't really like this market, and this is the perfect way of destroying sentiment in the market. One big bazooka on it. One big bazooka on it. We're about 21 minutes away from the market open, by the way. So 21 minutes away from the market open. Not too long now to find out what happens next. I mean, oh my goodness. BTC just hit 30K, guys. That is an epic meltdown in the biggest, most important coin in the market. Jesus. Crazy. I'm excited for Tom's record chat levels. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely witnessing history here. This Wednesday, 19th of May, market open. Surely there's lines for BTC here. Let's have a look. 29,563. There's just nothing. Where the hell are the buyers, guys? Oh my God, there's so little buyers. So little buyers here. Look at that. Nasty stuff. This thing's almost crashed. It gave me some crazy sound before. 39. So that's where there's going to be buyers. 10K was hit by the BTC. I guess I won't be buying that car. Time for Shiba Inu to request. There's 30K. Sorry, I said that yesterday, Com. Says Kevin. Yeah, that's all right, man. Look, this was always eventually going to happen. When you're in a gambling market like this, you've got to be prepared to lose it all. And if you're not, then you shouldn't be in it. But you know what? You know what I feel bad for? People that put in their whole house. I know there's a guy, and I told you about the coffee shop guy. That dude's wiped off 400K today. And that's his life savings. So, look, he's stupid enough to put it all in a risky asset. But what can you say? I mean, this is what happened. He's going to lose $400,000 today unless he hodls and he believes it's coming back. But I really believe this is a sentiment killer. We're going to see spikes. We're going to see trades. But it's getting wiped out here. Coinbase is down, people can't buy, lol, yet no one will be able to get money in the system. That's why this is a systemic attack, because you know what's going to happen? Every single thing, everybody trying to buy, they can't deposit. All the transactions, they're gone. You don't have enough people sitting in cash inside these funds because they're invested in the coins. Never YOLO, says Elegant Aware. That's right. Never YOLO. Echo Aurora, Singapore, $5. Marriage and Bitcoin are the same. They both have 50% corrections. My God, Echo. That's not a positive thing to say, bro. John S says, look at 30-year insolvency coming. Short squeeze. He's got a smiley face. Thank you again, John. Matt94, super chat at $5. Crypto.com, Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken all down. No buy orders can go through. Another reason why this market sucks. I'm very, very disappointed in the coin market for not really having the structure in place, which of course it's never going to deal with this situation. I mean, this situation is going to take hours to open up. Then you're going to see strong buying, of course. But look at the damage that it just did. You wiped out lines, and this is what happens when you got no ability to get volume in the market. That's what that is. There's no ability to get volume in the market. And because you have no liquidity, you got a dead market. Is this a fair price for DOT? No. Is this a stupid price for DOT? Probably. But again, this is what's happening. Crazy bloody days like this? Yeah. Is Tesla going to 450? Probably. People can't buy. Yeah, that's right. Just wait until next week and see this crypto money move the stock market. Crypto money, you mean crypto money moving down. I mean, look at these. Look at the stock market now. US 100, 12,961. So, the stock market might seem boring to some, but certainly a lot safer than this one. Certainly a lot safer than this one. Mitten Shoe says, I feel like we saw this coming a few weeks ago. We talked about how they are building hedges. Yeah, I think, look, I really don't know what else to say. I mean, basically, I think this is a systemic attack on the market. They know where the margin levels are. It's not hard to see them with the right tools. You can see all the exchanges. You can see the stop losses. And what we basically just saw was a pre-market attack on low liquidity. And now all the systems break. Money comes back in from depositors, basically going in there and saying, oh man, I should buy this level. And we will see some recovery here. But how many people just got blasted? And more importantly, how many brokers just got exposed? And I think that's the big problem with crypto right now. A lot of brokers just got megally exposed. And I think that's the big negative. Mega explosions. Something will blow up tomorrow or the next weeks. I don't know which one's going to be, but there is going to be blow-ups. Because the amount of people drawing on the market right now and trying to get out and going into other things is going to be psycho. Cody, GPX 14, Australian $5. Remember, it happened in 18, 17. Things blew up. but this one's on a grander scale. Insert Thanos snapping his fingers. What do you think will happen to hedgies shorting AMC? Surely they're going to have to close out across the board. Where is AMC at right now in the pre-market? Let's have a quick look here. 1278. Don't think that's too big a problem with them. I mean, if they're got short squeezes on it, down 9%, 1276. Hey, this could be another culprit actually, which affects and kind of benefits the hedgy shorting, because maybe there's a lot of AMC guys and they're like, oh my God, I need to get in the crypto market. And they kind of sell off here and go over there. It's possible. Another thing is they might be getting liquidated in their crypto positions. So they're getting liquidated, and then at the same time, it goes to the other one. So I think there's some serious stuff at play here. Tyrone Abella, Australian $5. So I don't really think this is going to affect the hedgies in this way. I think if anything, this positively affects them. Australian $5. Can you explain to the group why this can't happen in the stock market because they freeze at key drops? Yeah, so the stock market puts a locker on it. So basically, we've never really seen it get hit that much except for last year. So in the stock market, if the stock market falls by too much, they put a 15-minute freeze on it in the US, and basically it just continuously freezes. And what that allows it to happen is liquidity to come in and actually sit underneath the levels so that you don't get these flash crashes. I mean, what's just happened here is a systemic failure of a free market. The problem is that if you have a free market, but you don't have liquidity that can get into that market, which is effectively what's happening now with every single coin place literally just getting crushed and collapsing right now, and they can't get deposits in. There's nothing sitting there when you start liquidating all of those positions. So because there's nothing sitting there, you don't have time to get in. What freezing a market does is it stabilizes and allows liquidity to get in there. And that's why you kind of need a market that isn't driven by retail. A lot of people think crypto is a free market. Not really. It's driven by nasty whales. I mean, you could talk nasty Wall Street and nasty whales. Which one do you want? I mean, I don't see crypto as a free market from the perspective of there's still manipulation from large accounts. And what this is, whoever did it, is obviously pushing it through. How will this affect gold and silver? I guess it's affecting it positively. At this stage. I mean, the dollar index obviously is up a little bit, but you can see gold and silver are being affected positively, especially gold. People are buying that. They're freaking out about what's happening over here. I again think that all of these drops that just happened then will correct themselves as money come into the system, but they will not go up. And I believe this is it. I don't think we can go back and make all-time highs. Guys, what do you think? Community, let me know right now. Can BTC hit 65K in the next 2 months? Tell me right now. What's your thoughts? Yes or no? At the heat of the crash right now, what do you think? BTC hitting 60K plus. Let's just go with that. Yes or no, let me know. Give me your predictions of price over the next month. 2,609 viewers here. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Unfortunately, we have nothing good to report. We've seen a systemic failure across all cryptos just then. Let's load up our 4-screener so we can watch them all together and you know, really be terrified of what's happening here. BTC is back up to 34,500. Conscious says it's over. Jeffrey says no. All right, Jeffrey. Here we go. The comments are coming in. This will make Doge dominate crypto, says Pierre. Fair enough. Why is Grayscale only down 15%-ish? No idea, David. No idea. This is the crypto winter. Yes. Not in 2 months, 10 years, SW says. No way this is going to all-time highs again. No, no, yes, no. It will take years. Imagine that dude that has like, I mean, he's still fine because he has such a great price on it. That dude with the house. Doesn't he have an entire house on crypto? Imagine that guy. He would be like, oh. Oh no, I just lost 40%, but he's gone through it before. No, no. It's all done. Not over? Yes. Okay, so it seems like about 30% of you are still very, very positive on it. Fair enough. BTC back to 35. So the money's flowing back on into this market right now. Which networks are up? Guys, report back to us right now. How many networks are up? Give us the Binance. Can Binance take deposits? Which ones can take deposits? Give us an up-to-date. I can't get it here. So Doge a lot says, Tom, sorry, I tried to warn you. Warn me of what, man? Oh, the market being over. This is like when oil went negative, says Pierre. Yeah, exactly. It's very much like when oil went negative. The lack of liquidity, and in that case, it was contango where they couldn't deliver. And everyone was like, well, there's literally no tankers that can take this. We can't deliver it. Negative $40 contract. Bizarre. Cody, I'm not going to read that comment, but yeah, it's possible, man. Happened also. Binance is up. Is that right? CoinSpot is fine. Binance not working. Binance is dead. Okay. Gemini would not be working. eToro is up. Yeah, but eToro is derivatives only, I believe. Anything is possible. 2020, the mantra. I'm filling the bag, says Lunchable Connoisseur. Yeah, this is the peak of fear, guys. It's kind of like oil, as you correctly put it. It's oil, and we saw a lack of liquidity then when no one could get in the market. That's why it dumped so hard. I do expect buying up through the next hour or so because it makes sense. As the networks come back up, people are like, oh my God, it's on sale. And they're buying it. But I do think, again, that the whole market has just been crippled. So we've got 9 minutes coming into the market open. Even if you're not interested in Bitcoin, this was just crazy. We've done our US 100 analysis. Initially, we thought we'd have a little bit of a pickup early here in the markets, and then we would see a decline. So we'd see like a 41.20 US 500. I'm kind of like, you know what? I don't even want to trade that market today because I want to know what's going on here in this coin market. This has me thinking, like, I'm obviously bearish. We know that in the markets at this stage, US 100 bear, bit of bear in the old S&P. But am I worried about the systemic failings here? Yes, I am. And I don't think that it's a great day to trade. I just got to be realistic. Trading the US 100 and 500 is not my jam today. I don't think it's very easy to interpret what exactly is going on here. Because whatever's going on here, it's terrifying. Let's just quickly load up the markets and see the pre-market here. Coinbase down 10, of course, Square down quite a lot as well. So Coinbase down 10, Square down 5.57, Tesla down 4.84. Though I'd have it guessed that Tesla probably sold their Bitcoin, but maybe they didn't. But 4.85 now, down under 560. Now this is very critical. Under 560 exposes 500 and exposes 450 for Tesla. Could be a big sell-off there. We've also got PayPal down pretty hard. Of course, not liking this news about the crypto world. But I do think crypto will rise from the ashes. Just maybe it'll take a little bit of time to get really good sentiment back in it like it has been. Mara and, of course, Riot Blockchain down heavily, 17 and 16% by themselves. AMC getting liquidated down to $12.92. GameStop 170 down 6. All the stonks are down. This is the speculation list. Nothing is safe, guys. Nothing is safe after these ridiculous moves. Binance is up. Okay, it looks like Binance is up. Coinbase Pro lying in the gutter, says Ian Worthington. Yes. eToro has coins. Yeah, but are those coins owned by, are they margin coins, like derivatives, or are they legitimate, you're buying the coin? I haven't used eToro in years. I just know they told me I missed the opportunity on Apple through Alec Baldwin or something. Should we close our long stock positions until this correction passes? Depends what your plan is. I mean, if you look, all you're talking about is a couple of extra % down from this level is where we're feeling this correction's going. So is that really worth closing long-term positions off? You have to answer that question. China banished cryptos will not be easy. Yeah, so that happened earlier today. If we want to have a look through, we click on the old Bitcoin and we scroll on down. And of course, government risk is the thing that is always big. And yeah. That was one of the things. These are, I still think this is funny. Australians think that Elon Musk invented Bitcoin. But overall, the huge amount of negative sentiment here in the markets at this stage. I don't think, it's that, end of the world. But I do think that, of course, the Chinese central bank getting involved in Bitcoin again is a huge market that really does hurt it. And this opens, of course, you know what this does? This will allow every single country that hates Bitcoin to say, we don't want cryptos. We don't want our people. Guys, we want you to be safe. We're going to legitimize cryptocurrencies, all right? You can't use it anymore, guys, because look at the risks. The risks are too severe. So we're going to legalize it the way we want to do it, which is banning it, because we want to protect you. You see? That's the big brain they're going to be thinking about. It just makes sense, yeah? They want to protect us. Hey, I'm up 4% on ETH right now. Oh, congratulations. You might be the only one up there, Marvin. It's Black Wednesday. Yes, you can actually put this down in your books. This is a black day in crypto trading history. Thank you to the 2,537 people that are joining us today. I mean, this is unbelievable stuff. We witnessed systemic failings of the crypto market live through this. We saw the beginning of it a few hours ago. I mean, that dot move had me perplexed. When I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, that is insane. The volumes that were coming I mean, there was nothing there. This is a 5-minute chart. It was just chunking percentages every couple of seconds. Happened to gold almost 100 years ago. Yep, every market has a repeat. Happened to the stock market in 87. Remember, back then you're on the phone. Hello, what's my price? Oh, I'm down another 10%. My God. Call up. I can't get through on the line. You didn't even know what was happening, and the stock market dropped like 20, 30% in like a day. You know, that was the type of thing that could happen. Again, that was an event of illiquidity, effectively, which is what we saw here. It's like history repeats. But you know what I don't like? I'm closing it off. Where is this damn thing? Where's this stupid cycle thing? Not that one. I don't even know where it is, guys. That's funny, that one. I don't know. I don't even know where it is. I like this one. This is a good chart. But that crypto halving thing, it's probably dead in the water. Paul says, I've never seen Tom stop talking that long. Hey, I've never witnessed something like that before. Dave says, because you didn't sell. What, in 87? I was like just alive, man. It's raining tulips. The head of Pimco stepped down Friday. Interesting. Tom was speechless for a long time. I was, Josh. I was. What could I say? It was horrible for all of you. I felt your pain. I also lost money then. Well, you know, we'll see whether I lose money. Probably will now after seeing that fail. But overall, how I see it is that this is the problem with crypto. And this is also going to open up government risks. And it's what I've always feared. Every government's going to come in, and they're going to come in over the next couple of weeks, and they're going to say, hey, guys, we told you it's risky. We don't want you to do that anymore. All good. Truly Messiah says, Tom is getting the crowd. Now it's time to milk it, bruh. Okay, man. Thank you. Can't get on Voyager. There's probably a few coins you can't get on. There's the BTC movement down to 30,000. We hit the 38. We bounced straight through it. To put it in perspective, we'll use a 1-minute chart. Oop, we don't want to load it up like that. Let's have a look at the 1-minute chart here. So that was the epic meltdown that we saw through 38,000. We saw recovery then, epic meltdown again, and recovery again. Going through other coins. Dots meltdown, 34 all the way to 18. And now forming base on the 1-minute chart. Of course, once it gets through 25, you would expect further bullish momentum. This is just money pumping back into the coins. But again, I don't believe there's a sustained long here in a lot of these. Markets opening, get ready for stonks. That's right, let's get in here. Okay, US will leave BTC top left. We'll go US 500. Here we go, guys. What we're really usually talking about, stock markets, but today it was crypto. We've got 4077. 4077. We've got US 100, 12,990. And of course, what are we going to put? I think Tesla's the only one we can watch here because Tesla, you guys will be interested in it at 551. So here goes the open. Let's get that opening bell up and running. Boom, 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 boom. We are open, guys, for the stock market. Wednesday, black. Hideous Black Wednesday. It's like 87 all over again, except it's probably not going to be as bad in the stock market. BTC trading 33,000. For people joining us for the first time this morning, that's correct. 33,000. Insane stuff. Tesla 550 on the open. Tick 4,074 on that market, and of course we're opening right on support for the US 100. So I would expect some buying pressure here early in the morning. I think the full ramifications of the crypto market will not come through in the stock market just yet. Let's see whether this support holds initially. I still think that any buying, though, is going to be coming under heavy pressure, and I'll explain it using the SPX chart. So basically 41.20. Let's go to a 1 hour, we'll go to a 2 hour chart. 41.20. I still can't believe those prices we saw before. That was just, there was craziness. Horizontal line, we'll pop it in. See here, the support. Then we've got the movement. Then, of course, the movement down. Tom always says, wait for the close. US $5 from Shizzy Wizzy. That's right. Close, close, close. Fake market doesn't really mean much for us. So I could see like a little bit of rally here, potentially. I'm mostly a bear. Again, I don't really like today's market from a trade perspective, just because it feels really gambly. It feels very much we are in a... We're not in like the best buying market ever in the stock market, and we've got ramifications from what the hell just happened then in crypto that still we don't know what the hell just happened. We don't know the ramifications and how bad it's going to be. Some of these coins would have literally blown big accounts then, and huge amounts of margin calls will come through over the next 24 hours. So 40.73 here on the open. Let's load it up. Percentage changes. Dogecoin down 21%, we knew that. But Bitcoin down 15, Mara 14.4, Riot 12.6, AMC 7.3, Sundial 6. Let's go over to the screener. The screener percentage change here, and we have Coinbase down 10. Square doing okay actually, down 4, 194, 195, not ideally priced, but it's not the end of the world. Tesla down 4 as well. Snowflake, Spotify, Twilio, Deer. I guess Square's probably pretty happy right now it didn't diversify outside of Bitcoin. Because if it did, that might be a bit brutal. Probably a lot of transactions going through for it today. Nvidia also down. PayPal not down as much as you would think. In terms of greens, what do we got? We've got Target, Salesforce, CRM, good company. Always been good. But I think today's stock market's really about more the cryptos. Australian. Oh, yep, that's from Tyrone 16 minutes ago. And a minute ago, we had the wait for the close. Yeah, that's correct. Wait for the close is correct. From the market yesterday, if we take a quick look at what happened into the close of the day, we got an early idea that Wall Street wanted to get the hell out of the market. They sold it into the close. Remember, it wasn't the retail party in the morning. It was the sell into the close. So just like every day, we're looking at the close more than we're looking at the open. It's the most important time of the market. And I think that still maintains. BTC recovering back as liquidity re-enters. Coin meltdown. Let's hope a boom in stonks. I think a lot of people would have got obliterated by that. I'm now up 10% on ETH. Yep, doesn't surprise me. If you had money in the system, what's happening is we're seeing that liquidity re-enter as people can actually deposit in these. Coinbase down 11%. That's right. So these are the coins. This is the market as it sits right now. So a little bit of rally coming in here from the US 100. I would still think false rally at this stage. So any rally that does come through, if it hits 13.2, let's say, I still see sell-off events occurring through that. If we scroll down to the hyperstocks, every hyperstock's down pretty hard. AAPL down 0.7, Snow down 2.5, Square down only 2.73. Amazing recovery there on Square, actually. Net, Twitter, TDoc, etc. BTC now trying for 35. Wow. All right, guys. That is some amazing stuff. Let's go back over here to the question. Sit back, use your TA, and do not step in front of a moving train again, people. This is not beat by the dip. Yeah, this is more... If you want to, I mean, that's obviously illiquidity. So I think you can probably guess that things are going to reprice. I mean, you can see dots at 26 right now. But that doesn't change the fact that what we just saw is a great sell-off that's going to have ramifications for the coin market ever recovering again for a long time. It's not unlike 17, 18. It's just way bigger scale of decline. Let me click this button. Did that just die? Did coin market cap die? Yeah, 1.48 currently. So this must have gone down Did anyone snip it at the low? What did this go to? Anyone know how low the market capitalization for coins went? Does anyone know how well it did? Margin calls will bring a second wave. You would think so. You would think so. It depends how the margin calls work, though. See, I don't know how sophisticated this system is. Do the margin calls go in, they actually close the position, or do they go into buffer, the broker holds them? I don't know how, like, some of these brokers are taking margins. Usually, the more sophisticated derivatives ones, once it gets close, it just dumps them all off and takes them all out with a buffer on it. But if they allow you to go massive negative, then yeah, I could see big problems here. 500 error, same, yeah. Someone tell me how low that got. 1.38 trillion, says Raz Pallies. Wow. 1.2 trillion, says Alvin. Wow. So it almost went back down to the highs of the 2017-18, went as low as 1.216 T. Bloody hell. Crazy stuff here, guys. So liquidity coming back into the coin market. It looks like all the brokers are back up. That will create some rallies. However, I still think if this was a shakeout that goes and causes a $100,000 Bitcoin, well, that's pretty damn amazing, because I still think it's very hard to get sentiment here. And my biggest concern right now is government risk. I think governments across the world, some guy out there is like, oh, thank God, I finally get to announce our plans. Because I think, do you guys agree? What's your biggest risk in the crypto markets right now? If you think it's going to recover, that's cool. If you think it's not, what's your risk? Tell me now. AMC's a deal. Yeah, AMC down 9%, 1277. Was squeezing really hard to 14. Continues to fail above 1430. Gravity Falls says, just stay here with us, Tom. Why is the Nasdaq going up? It opened on support during the market futures. So market futures went down to 12,970. That was exactly the level of support. So if we get rid of the link chart and we put it on, see here on the futures, that's why we look, we fully expect buying in the morning. I'm not a huge fan of buying in the morning, but yeah, look, I expected it initially, but then I still think that this double top, unless this holds through, which I don't know if it will now, 12.7 is kind of the zone that I'm thinking about. Al Howard says, I think it will recover. Truly Messiah says, call in sick tomorrow. I work for myself, but I still got to work during the day. We can't sleep. You can't stop here. AMA, exactly, the governments. My risk is I am up 12% in 12 minutes on ETH. All right, good man. All-nighter tonight, mate? Nah, I got stuff in the morning to do. Too many people getting burned at the moment? Exactly. Savage, what a day. That's right, Kyle. A terrifying day. Government politics, it will recover. The boys will pay for the coffees. I need a lot of coffees. Market cap, 148 billion. Are you talking about how low it got to after the 17 crash? Yeah. So all coins have made the recovery that you'd hope for now, in terms of gotten rid of about half of that initial fall off. Let's go to the 15-minute here. 2508. So pretty decent liquidity coming back in here. Even BTC back to 36 after crashing to 30. Big volumes, you can see it. Let's have a look at the lines. Volume lines have increased significantly over the last couple of hours, which just makes sense. The stacking is that right? That stacking is horrible. This must be wrong. This mustn't be able to pull the data correctly. The amount of lines of BTC for support through all these levels is really low. So that probably shows, again, illiquidity. Look at the sell lines here. 37s, 37.2, 37.4, thousands of units. However, the buy lines are still... Oh, they're starting to strengthen now. That's getting better. Maybe some of these networks literally crashed. Wally Yike says, trying to really execute order 66 on crypto, $5. Thank you very much, Wally. Yes, that was order 66. There was definitely an order of some kind that occurred here, and it crashed through those markets. So to leave you with these thoughts today, I think that the US 100 is probably going to kind of hover around this 13, maybe make a slight recovery. Look to the S&P 500 making a new low as a signal that it's going to go further pressure downside. And I think that we end up somewhere around that weekly over the next couple of days. Hopefully we end up at a weekly 20, which is going to be around 39.60. For BTC, guys, I hope it can kind of make a new high right here, right now, and signify liquidity is back into the market. That was obviously some pretty terrifying stuff we watched during the live stream. I think it shows some of the failings of the crypto market. I also think it will have irreparably damaged many people's thoughts on this. It's also kind of, I think a crash over time is okay, but something like this is just going to give more fuel to the fire of getting the people we need in this market not in, which is those big fund managers. So hopefully the market can repair itself for you guys, but I am concerned about it being picked up by big fund managers in alternatives. That's not the type of thing they want to see in markets. And I think government risks are the big problems here. ASM says crypto is bleeding. Yes, that's right. IKTV, big up the Caribbean. Somebody's going to get rich from this. A lot of people definitely got rich from this. Troy Moo says, are you okay, Tom? I'm okay, Troy. I know who you are in real life. Are you okay, Troy? Are you okay? And now the entire Coinbase platform is down, says Todd Muffley. My goodness, it's not good anywhere. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here for the Wednesday Market Open. We got there. We saw some pretty crazy stuff. We'll be coming at you tomorrow with an update, of course, on the Bitcoin price, on the US 100, US 500, gold, and silver. Gold is having a very good, strong session here. So is silver. Hedges coming in. The old school hedges are coming in. 1882, that's a new high here on gold. So that actually just broke through incredibly strong with this news towards the 1900 barrier. And then, of course, after that, we've got the next levels going up to the 1960. Silver, $28. Big strength coming back in there from silver. Close above 28. Again, significant. We're looking for weekly 28.50s. Look, guys, it's crazy out there right now in the markets. Wait and see what happens in this crypto market to a degree, because I do think that this type of event has the chance of literally busting some exchanges. And I truly mean that, especially exchanges that were over leveraged or overstaked in some ways that had shortfalls. A lot of you guys probably don't understand, but a lot of people in the crypto market, they're not as sophisticated and haven't seen these crashes before. So what's going to happen is they're going to actually owe someone some coins. And they're going to say, we lent you these coins, but we didn't have enough of these coins. These coins got pulled on our system while we were lending them to you. We didn't close off the leverage account, and now we've got big problems. And that's the systemic effect. I'm not worried about what just happened. I'm worried about what the hell's happening in the back end. There'll be people running around like headless chickens. They'll be like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. We just lost like $1 billion. I don't know what's happening. We have no money. Our systems blew up. That's what I think's happening here. Alvin Teo says, thank you, Tom. You really helped calm us down. Thank you so much. Darth Diamond Hand says, stay safe and never panic sell. Yes. Are you still holding yours, Tom, in crypto? Well, you have to hold now. I'm going to hodl this beast up until we get into the levels that we want, because that was clearly illiquidity to me, and I'm going to hodl it up. But I tell you what, I'm feeling my stonks. I think I'm going to go back to the stock market, guys. I mean, we're basically seeing, I'm still up on most of my coins, but I think that what we're seeing here is, it's something I don't like. And look, can you get big returns here? Yeah. But can I get bigger returns just using a couple of options in a safer market? Yeah. So I don't like whatever the hell this is, and I don't want to know what that news is, guys. But if you're a believer in the crypto, I don't want to know what happens with the back door where someone lost $1 billion and they don't know about it. Probably no more interest paid out on exchanges after today. Yeah. Coin market cap side is down. Correct. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at all these things coming in here. This is going to be the long cat bounce, says Left Field. Hope it doesn't die. It's not going to die. It's just proving to so many people that unfortunately, without some kind of freezing event or liquidity event, you're open to these massive hunts. Now, I don't know what this hunt is. It could be margin calls. It could be derivatives expiring. I'm sure it's going to come out over the next 24 hours. The problem is it exists in the market. It stops our biggest players getting in. And you know what? I don't like it. I don't like the idea that I can wake up in the morning and lose 30%. And that's just the kind of thing that doesn't make me feel good. But I love the tech and I still love the concept of it. So I'm going to hodl. I'm going to hodl in down. I'm bunkering down. As you can see, BTC back up to 37 fairly handedly here. And that's because it was illiquidity. So this will have a bounce. It's happening right now. But again, problems on the horizon. Gold moving towards 1900, says Musti. That's right. I agree. The government risk across the world for cryptos. Yes. It's just a bit sick, says Massey. No biggie. I think it's a little bit more than sick. Remember, guys, subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. We witnessed history today. You guys saw a literal moment that will be discussed for years to come. So no matter what, you've seen history, and it certainly was insane. I was speechless, and I'm very rarely speechless, as you guys would know. Bye for now. See you tomorrow during the live stream or the daily video. Catch you guys. Resologist says Bitcoin was definitely not gold 2.0. Some of the gold mining stocks in Canada have recovered this morning's dip. Bitcoin still has a place to play. Imagine all these guys. I've been watching a few watch channels. Imagine all these guys taking watch money if they're not liquidating their Bitcoin. Because those guys work on some pretty serious razor thin margins. Ooh, that's going to be bad. They will not. There will be a lot of crypto retail businesses today that will be very unhappy with what they've been doing. Truly Messiah says, stop sobbing, Tom. Cheer up. Square is still there. I love Square. I love it all, dude. It's so good. And I'll leave you with this. Julian Cook. Bitcoin